Last year, I upgraded from a giant stance or trance, I can't remember, to this beast, the YT Jeffsy. And in case you missed it, and unless you're my parents or my family, you most likely did, we made a little video about it, comparing this 2019 technology to my 1996 ProFlex. But after a year and 1,300 miles on this thing, it only makes sense to go back and take a look at it. What do we like? What do we not like? And there's no better place to put a mountain bike through its paces than in the mountains. Overall, the YT Jeffsy is just a badass bike. It's priced really competitively, and it's made me a much better and more confident rider.
Oh,
Let's make that false confidence.
oh, look at my tire.
So this is 2 weeks ago, and this was last weekend. The shocks with their 150 millimeters of front and rear squishy travel have proven to be the right amount of squishy for our local trails here in Chapel Hill, while easily soaking up the best and the worst that the mountains have to offer. But here's what's been tough about this bike. Overall, the E13 components have been lackluster. One of the tires dry rotted before even a year had gone past. E13 did replace them for free, so kudos to them. The E13 dropper post will blast your nuts or your lady bits into outer space if you're not careful. And this thing, whatever it is, continually unwinds itself. When it gets loose enough, your dropper stops staying dropped, so you've got to manually tighten it sometimes while riding. My final gripe about E13 is the rear cassette, which comes in two pieces. The big chunky pieces in the back, those pie plates, they're aluminum and they wear out quickly and also wear down your chain faster, at least that's my theory. I'm about to be on my third chain in 1 year. But that outer cassette does make for a nice wind chime. The frame of the Jeffsy has performed well for me, but has a couple nuances you gotta pay attention to. If you're the kind of person that likes to drink water while actually pedaling his or her bike, this water bottle is a disaster. It's way too low down to reach and requires the skilled hands of a surgeon to get the magnetic clips to line up perfectly when you're trying to reattach it. The other thing about the frame is how wide the rear triangle is, at least wide for me. My shoes routinely bump into it, meaning I started wearing off the paint job on ride number 1. But if you're gonna review a bike, do you need some kind of clarification on what you're actually reviewing? That is, what makes a bike? Is it the frame? Is it the wheels, the shocks, the components, or how well it fits any particular rider and that riding style?
So ultimately, you want the sum of the bike and all its parts to be greater than the whole. And that's where the Jeffsy falls down a little bit for me. It is definitely a 1 + 1 = 2. It is a really good bike. Whereas a really great bike is going to give you 1 + 1 is 29 or maybe 27.5. But on the flip side, YT gives you so much bike for the money, it is really hard to say no to. The ultimate question, would I buy this bike again? Let's check back next year. That's it, y'all.